We don't have sound.
Yeah, back to campus, see campus, yeah. Guessing everybody, everyone's free. I know in Latin on structuring like stumble upon
The sound is bad.
it. Sounds and for me is
It was.
hidden,
I could hear, but it was distorted. It was slow.
distorted, it was yeah, something Christmas I cannot feel it's been a heartbreak, but I'm excited on the activity again. Thought that I was gone this time. So contrasting to like this person getting the experience, the 40s for me, saying that it's it not only really gonna take future as a first year of high school university, so I really love to show them as a business in my Tennessee is this love having extra followers here. Things think this attempt is to the nice people used to think that was very confident with my, but that was not I started and they just that's that's what I wanted to see. High school here, I grew up in the theater and I always went to come. I fell in love with and the camp of any other place was just you. It for me and because I love it. He has to buy from colleges, all of the university. Love the facilities. Really exciting to me before times where the new equipment and they'll head out. Just if we like the tool or how we're working with the client. And how do we impress, especially in really important church, also is underused all these things. Now look at you giving that opportunity is really conference or events are we have an app raise connect their free ideas or friends discounted tickets. We're ready for we have a bunch of us on and just have we can walk in. You're on the Lord's side and just gives us kind of makes that have that fast. No matter what, 55 cards for own club. It's here. about the opportunities that I always get to come back. A lot of people I loved everything about it. So I just experience feeling that it gives everything. Good morning.
The sound is still distorted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's better. It was slowed down. It sounded like a horror movie.
Yeah, so sorry. Okay.
Now it's better.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hi everyone. Good morning. Welcome to GSB Livestream Sessions Live Episode 20. Thank you so much for your support. We just started it a few weeks ago, and now it's already 20 episodes. And today I'm so honored to introduce to you our special guest, Mr. John Wilson from Middle Tennessee State University. Hi, Joel. Can you introduce and say hi to your audience?
Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so excited to be here to speak to all of you and you future Blue Raiders. And I want to tell you a little bit about our university. And I'm very honored that Global Study Partners have invited us. My name is John Wilson. I am an international student recruiter at Middle Tennessee State University, or as we call it for short, MTSU. So I'm looking forward to talking to you and telling you all about our university.
Thank you, Joel. So we can start your presentation now. First of all, can you introduce to us about the university and the campus?
Yeah, so I'm going to mainly show you some slides of our university so you'll have a better idea of who we are and what we are. Tennessee is not really a destination that a lot of international students know about. You know about California, New York, and Washington, D.C., some of the big states in the states with beaches probably, but you may not know about Tennessee. Tennessee's located here in the southeast, about 4 hours from Atlanta. And so we're just south of Nashville, the capital. You may have heard of Nashville. Nashville's the home of country music. It's one of the biggest centers of music in the United States. You're looking at one of the main streets in Nashville where there are music venues where people from all around the world come to study. So we're very closely tied to the music scene in Nashville. But we're 30 minutes south of Nashville in a town called Murfreesboro. We have about 22,000 students on campus and about 1,500 international students. You're looking at our symbol of our university, the blue horseshoe. Our colors are blue and white. We believe the blue horseshoe brings students luck, and you see students touching it and passing by constantly and making selfies with the photo before exams. So we have beautiful, really beautiful infrastructure where our campus is modern with new buildings. This is a picture of our library. I think you could see yourself studying there. It's a very great place not only to study and do research, but it's also a place that you would meet and socialize with other students. And a nice aerial view of some of our really beautiful sporting facilities and some of our older campus buildings. So you can see it's a really large campus with lots of things to do, very active, very dynamic.
Yep, thank you. Can you share more about the lifestyle and the living in the campus and in the city?
Yeah, sure. again, our infrastructure is first class, very modern buildings everywhere. This is a student union. It's a shopping center. There are food courts there. There's a symphony hall. There's a concert hall and classrooms that accommodate over 300 different classes can be held there. Nice picture of our science hall, our science building, state-of-the-art labs, very open, overlooking the main part of campus. It's very green, beautifully landscaped, very nice. We have 4 seasons at MTSU. We have a long summer, a short autumn, fall, and obviously the fall seasons. It's very beautiful when the leaves are turning. A very short winter, maybe 2 months of cold weather, December, January, February, maybe, and then spring from March until May, and then summer again. We have great sports facilities. We play at the highest level of NCAA. It's called NCAA Division I. So sports, as you know, play a major role in the life of university campus in the United States. So with every sporting event, there are parties and games surrounding them and lots of activities to cheer on your team. Let's see, let's look at this one first. Rec Center for students, another one of the most beautiful buildings on campus. It has an indoor Olympic-sized pool and an outdoor Olympic pool. There are weights, free weights and machine weights, and classrooms where you can practice over 300 different sports or pastimes. You can meet other students that have the same interests. You can play in leagues. So another great place to meet and socialize. Students are always interested in the dorms. Where will they live? We don't require you to live on campus, but you certainly are welcome to do that. Most international students will live on campus the first couple of years until they feel a little more comfortable if they want to move off campus. If you choose to live on campus, we offer 13 residence halls and 2 apartment complexes. This is a picture of an older one, but they've all been modernized and renovated. There are a variety of living options. You can have a single room where you can stay by yourself. You can have a shared double room you share with a roommate, or you can have community style living where you might have your own bedroom and bathroom, but you would share kitchens and things like that. All of the dorms or residence halls have computer labs, movie halls, laundry facilities, Wi-Fi, central heat and air, and even a 24-hour front desk service to ensure the safety of the building. Buses take you around from the academic classrooms to the dorms, but campus is still relatively small where you could walk easily. Okay.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
All right. There's a couple of other slides I want to show you there that while we're on this topic. It will only take a second. Campus life, you mentioned campus life. So again, sporting events are very popular. That's obviously an American football game. Football is really popular, but back in August when I was on campus when the new international students arrived, they all loved going to the games and all of the events surrounding the games. So that was really exciting for them. But there are sororities and fraternities. And so it's sort of life on campus is much like what international students may have seen in American movies about universities. The university is self-contained. Everything happens on campus. It's very active, very dynamic. So that's something that you would want to explore. We really do. We do encourage students to get involved and do activities, not just in the classroom, but social activities as well. The town of Murfreesboro is relatively small, but there is shopping and food around. We have a very large Southeast Asian community in the area as well, immigrant community. So there are really great restaurants, and I think the food will make you feel at home. And finally, Nashville is only 30 miles away. You can be there in less than an hour. Very beautiful city, modern with sports and entertainment. As I was telling you about, the country music venues are all there that you would really have a great time. All right, next question then.
Yeah, I was just saying that amazing with the photos, and there's like very like live atmosphere at the campus as well at the city itself. So can you share about the programs of the university? Yeah.
Yes, a really good question. So obviously students come to us and they want a world-class education. So we provide that. We are noted and recognized for our high-quality academic programs and our wide variety of programs. So we have over 175 different undergraduate programs, majors, over 300 different concentrations. So it's very unusual for a university to have so many. And we have the programs that international students request. If you did a survey of or a poll of the most popular international student programs in the United States, we offer all of those. So you're looking at a slide with some of our most popular programs for international students. And I'm almost certain the Vietnamese students fit somewhere on this chart. I think most of you would be in accounting, MBAs, economic, business, finance, information system. Very, very popular with international students, very international student friendly. And then many are over on the left side middle with actuarial science, data science, computer science, tourism, hospitality. But we offer all of the sciences and math that would also be very popular for you. If you're wanting to be a doctor, biology, chemistry, we offer the pre-med if you're interested in being a doctor as well. We offer 12 foreign languages. International relations is also a popular major for international students. And we have a fantastic communications department featuring majors in media, photography, TV, animation. The programs that have the red stars are our signature programs. We think we have the best program in the United States in these areas. Aerospace, which is really a great major. Guaranteed jobs are awaiting you. If you finish, you get a 4-year degree plus a professional certificate in aerospace. You can choose a concentration in piloting, professional piloting, so you can go directly and work with the major airlines as a pilot. You can get a concentration in airport management. That's the business of running an airport. In aviation technology and aviation mechanics. In dispatch, that's running and working in the control tower. And even unmanned aircraft technology, the drones. So it's really an exciting major full of international students. They love international students. A lot of Southeast Asian kids are involved in this major. So it's something that you should think about. Over on the right side, engineering technology, engineering mechatronics is also very popular with international students. We're not a true engineering school, although we offer undergraduate and graduate courses there. We also have a major called concrete management. It's a one-of-a-kind program in the United States. There is no other program like this. It's an industrial construction trade where students get a 4-year degree, plus they get a major certificate in concrete management that allows them to go to work with these big multinational construction firms. Particularly important is the kids, very, very popular with kids coming from emerging countries with massive infrastructure building programs. It's a great major, high salaries, also very, very international student friendly. And finally, the recording industry management, we think we have the best program in the United States. This is the business side of music. It's because of our relationship with Nashville, the country music capital. We have undergraduate degrees in music business, a Master of Fine Arts in business, MBA. And so also if a student is interested in working with the big recording studios, working in Nashville or LA or New York City or Boston, this would be a great major and a very exciting career, a very popular, exciting career working with the country music business.
Thank you. That's quite a lot of options for the students. Can you go overview about the entry requirement as well as the tuition fee and scholarship?
Sure. Another good question that's obviously very important. Let's start with fees for undergraduates. So you all know that if you've done any research at all, that study abroad, higher education in the United States is expensive. And it's expensive with us. I can't tell you otherwise. But we are very competitive. We have very competitive tuition, very comparable prices. For undergraduates, For 2 semesters, that's typically fall and spring semester. Overall all-inclusive cost per academic year, 2 semesters, typically fall and spring, is around $40,000. That would include tuition for 2 semesters, room and board, that's accommodations and a meal plan, miscellaneous, that would be probably insurance, and then books. So overall cost $40,000 per year. To help offset that, we do offer all international students international merit scholarships, and they come in installments of $4,000, $8,000, and $16,000. They are based on the high school grade point average, which we will do the conversion in our office, but we're very generous and we want students to have these. Most of our international students are getting these. So if you have a really strong high GPA, it's possible you get to $16,000. That would be subtracted from the tuition of $28,000, meaning that your tuition is only around $12,000 per year, which is very affordable, very competitive. Okay.
Well, yeah. So can you advise on what criteria to get a scholarship beside the GPA? Like, do you require SAT or GMAT or
No.
like?
We don't. The scholarship, it's you don't even have to apply. All international students are considered for it. Once we receive their official transcripts, you are eligible for it once we do the conversion. So it's based entirely on your grade point average on a 4.0 scale, which we do in our office. So I know the Vietnamese system does not use a 4.0 scale, but we are able to convert it. So you need a strong, it's a 3.2 to 3.4 brings the $4,000, a 3.5 to 3.7, the $8,000, and then anything higher than 3.7, which is an A average, brings the entire $16,000 amount. And these scholarships are renewable each year as long as you maintain a high grade point average. You can keep it all 4 years.
Yep. So another questions about student who currently doing university, let's say in Vietnam, like U1, U2, and they want to transfer credit, or student who in America finish their community college. Can you share about the transfer criteria for those students?
Yeah. Well, they would all be eligible for the scholarship as well. It's open not only for first-year undergraduate students, but transfer students as well, or students coming from Vietnam that have been in university programs. So transfer students are definitely eligible for it. Let's look and talk about the requirements. You mentioned SAT and ACT. We do not require ACT and SAT. We are testing optional. So that means you don't have to submit it to us. If you have it, you can, but it will not affect your scholarship or admission to the university. We do accept the Common App. I think many Vietnamese students will be, their schools are part of the Common App. We will accept it, but we also have our own portal, which is listed there. There is an application fee. We do require English language proficiency. Ways to demonstrate that are either through TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo. And we will need a official high school transcript mailed from your high school to us with a GPA, let's be 2.5 or above.
Yep. So 2.5 is around 70% in
right.
Vietnam grading scale.
That's right. And for a transfer student, they would complete the student portal application. They would pay the application fee. They will be contacted within 24 to 48 hours. And they basically would follow the same path of document submissions. They would have to send their, instead of their high school transcripts, so they would be sending their university transcripts from their university.
Yep. Thank you. Can you share more about the science and engineering program, because obviously a lot of students is like interesting in those courses.
Right. So again, we have over 175 different undergraduate majors. So I don't think this is a comprehensive list you're seeing, but you will see some of our science programs. So agrobusiness, animal science, biology, biochemistry, chemistry, physics should be there. Yeah, physics is over on the right side. What am I leaving out? Geosciences, I see. General science, BS, I think that's an education. Health science, that's an education program as well. All of those are possible. The facilities are first class, world class labs. You saw a picture of the science building earlier. Also, we offer astronomy and astrophysics as well. And I even think the aerospace is considered a science. But I guess the most traditional definition of science is biology, chemistry, physics. Our students, these are all four-year programs. The professors are all PhDs, and they're teaching professionals as well, teaching PhDs. They're not, if you go to a lot of prestige universities in the United States, you might not see a full tenured professor until your junior or senior year. At MTSU, you're going to see them your freshman year. We don't have graduate students in these classes. You're going to meet tenured professors that are teaching professionals. And so that's a real plus for us as well. Each of these programs will have a separate departmental web page. And if you want to Google, you could just put MTSU Biology BS, and it would take you to the department page where it would list all of the requirements for that major. It would list the careers that are associated with that major. You would see all of your professors, and most importantly, you would see a career curriculum plan. So all 4 years of your coursework would be laid out in front of you, and you could see which courses you would take all 4 years.
So another question also about entry requirement for those programs. Do you require prerequisite course like good grade in math, in chemistry, or like not really?
Yeah, to answer that question, I mean, MTSU is not Harvard and Yale and MIT, and we don't try to be. So we are a large regional comprehensive university that offers affordable higher education and very high quality education. Almost all, except for two exceptions, of the undergraduate programs that you're seeing there, they don't have separate entry requirements for the major. You only have to worry about entry level into the university. So it's the admissions to the university. And so the admissions to the university are what I've already told you. You need a 2.5, you need a no ACT, no SAT, we need your high school transcripts. So, but in order to get into upper standing into these by your junior year or your 11th grade year, there may be additional courses that you need. Obviously, if you're going to pursue a major in biology, chemistry, astrophysics, or physics, you're going to need to be a strong candidate in math and science. You probably need up to, for physics and astrophysics, you would need calculus level. But there are plans in place in each of these majors to remediate students if they're lacking a certain subject, certain areas, to be caught up by the time they're in a junior year.
Yeah, thank you so much, Joe. And we mentioned about undergraduate programs. So do you have graduate programs?
Yes, we do. We have a really nice mixture of undergraduate and graduate programs. The graduate numbers are a bit smaller, but you can see many of them on this slide. So it's listed either an MS, usually an MS or an MA. So an MS is a Master of Science degree. There are some education programs that are MED or EDS. We offer some PhDs. We offer some MBAs as well. I would recommend that you go to our webpage to look at this list, this more comprehensive list on the web page. But again, we do offer, like I was saying earlier, we do offer the most popular programs for international students. I can tell you now that almost certainly Vietnamese students are going to be interested in like an MS in finance, accounting, marketing, business administration, MBAs. Those are popular with all students, but I think particularly with the Vietnamese students. Computer science would also be a very popular major with Vietnamese students. Data science, the information system as well.
Yep, thank you. So I think we have come to kind of the end of our presentation. Do you have any of like something like key selling points that the student need to consider right now to enroll to the very early intake?
Yeah. Well, I usually point to some of these things. Why MTSU? Why would you consider MTSU? So again, we're not California. We're not New York City. We don't have those distractions you would have, but there are certain advantages to being in Tennessee in that much more affordable. I live in Atlanta, and when I drive up, I'm amazed at how cheap things are. So very affordable prices, very competitive prices all around food, gasoline, those kind of things. Campus is very, very friendly and safe. We've been hosting international students since the 1960s, and so they are an integral part of our university. I can't guarantee you that the students will be successful academically. I think they will be, but I can guarantee that students will be treated with great respect, valued, and appreciation there. We've just elected our first international student as student body president. I'm very proud of that. He's an amazing young man from the Bahamas. We also have our president is also from the Bahamas, and so he has a real international vision. We are around 35% African American, so there is great diversity, around 10% Latino, around 8% Asian students. So for those kind of reasons are going to make you feel very much at home there. There's also a lot of young international professors that will take you under their wing. There are Chinese, Vietnamese, Indian, a lot of the African professors. They're going to speak your language and make you feel very comfortable there. We have really good rankings. We're always ranked as one of the best public universities in the United States by people like Princeton Review, Forbes magazine, U.S. News and World Report. We also have 3 Nobel Prize winners that make us very happy also.
Yeah, thank you. And I think that you have a short video to wrap up it about the MTSU, right?
That's right. There's a really short 30-second video that you have to watch really carefully. It's very fast. It's only 30 seconds, but it shows you all the dynamic things going on at MTSU. Thank you so much for letting me participate. It's been a real pleasure.
Yeah, let me open the video, and then we'll have some questions in the Q&A.
Should I stop sharing?
Yeah, you can stop sharing.
Well, I can't get my...
Yeah, it's all good.
I can't get my cursor there for some reason. There.
Yep.
Well, no sound. Well, you get the idea. There wasn't any sound, but it's okay. And I don't hear you. I think you must be muted. There you are.
Yep, thank you. Sorry for the sound problem. Thank you so much for spending your time to join our live stream session and introduce about MTSU. It's very informative, and I hope that our audience as well as the students will consider MTSU in their next study path. Okay, so we have some questions in the chat box. Do you have any program that offer OPT?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do OPT or CPT either before or after you graduate. Most students do it after they graduate. We have a dedicated student undergraduate advisor and a dedicated graduate advisor. We're very proud of the program. We're very optimistic under the new Biden administration that program is going to be expanded and made easier and without all of the paperwork. But we place students not only in the Murfreesboro and Nashville area, but all across the United States. We have a great success rate in placing students with Fortune 500 companies, the high-tech people like Amazon and Dell. So we will, if you want to do that program, pursue that program, which is a great idea because you get experience. You can get the 1-year extension or the 3-year STEM extension. It's a great way to gain experience and network and possibly put you on a path toward full-time citizenship in the United States.
Yeah, we have questions about transfer credit points and entry requirement, but we already present about that. So is it more specific about aerospace and music courses? Do you require any portfolio or any special points? Yeah.
For undergraduate, all of the entry requirements are university admissions, and so there are no separate requirements for those programs. For graduate programs, yes, there are portfolio requirements, references, statement of purpose, but for undergraduates, no.
Yep, thank you. Do you provide work placements or internship for the students at undergraduate courses?
There are some, it's much more common in graduate courses for there to be internships, but there are some undergraduate courses that have internships. You would see those if you looked at the requirements under the requirement page. So it's not required, but it is encouraged. I have to say that it's very important to each major department that you find a job. It's important to them because that's one of the ways that departments are evaluated. Are their students finding jobs and being placed in jobs? And if a student does not find a job, it looks bad for the department. So they go to great lengths. So each department has its own career services, people that will help students find a job. And then there's the University Career Services Office as well that will do the same. They also provide workshops for your resume, your CV writing improvement, how to do workplace interviews and things like that to help increase your chances for a good job.
Yep, thank you. I think now is the questions that most of the people is concerning right now. Can you share about the COVID-19 situation at Tennessee and also the process if the student depart from Vietnam to the States?
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I'm honest with you that the COVID situation in Tennessee wasn't good for the last couple of years. The Delta variant was also bad the last couple of months, but things are much, much better now. The numbers are going down. We closed in March of 2020 and went entirely online until fall of 2020, where we opened on a limited schedule with sort of a hybrid model. We reduced the class size to only 9. We limited dorm rooms to 1 person per dorm, hand sanitizing, mask, all across campus, social distancing enforced. So we went through fall of 2020 and spring of 2021 following that model. In fall of 2021, this semester that we're currently in, we have opened fully back to capacity, full capacity, face-to-face. So everything is normal except we are still masked. To my knowledge, there has not been any COVID outbreaks on campus. We carefully monitor it, and so I think everything is good. I feel very safe there. I feel as safe there as anywhere that I've been. For policy about vaccines, we do not require a student coming to us, a Vietnamese student or any student coming to us, to be vaccinated. Once they get there, if they are not vaccinated, they will be quarantined for, I think it's 7 days. And then they will be given the option of a vaccine. It's free for them. So if they are unvaccinated, they would be quarantined for 7 to 10 days, and then they would receive a vaccine if requested.
Yeah, that's amazing. So the school will support the student who not yet vaccinated in their home country.
And the vaccine is free; it would not cost anything.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a great point for students to consider to pursue their next program at MTSU. I think we don't have any question here, but I'm sure that there will be more questions coming, and then I'll let you know so you can answer to them. Thank you so much, John, again for spending your night time to give us a very informative session.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, and thank you, our audience, for enjoyed our live stream. And if you have any inquiries or applications, you can go back to our GSP team. We're happy to support you to MTSU.
We love Vietnamese students, so please do come to us.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
Bye.